Hello dear ones, it's Maria with you again. Today is April 20th, 2022, and today I would like to talk to you about thoughts. Why and how to manage your thoughts. But first, let's go to our little summary. We were created by God like Himself. I think that's written somewhere. We are part of God's consciousness because, of course, God is not that old man sitting in the cloud. God's light, God's consciousness, God's love, God's is all it is. And we are part of that consciousness. We are a beautiful thought in the mind of God. When we incarnate in the body, only a little part of this consciousness comes to the body. The other part remains with God. We call that our higher self, and it has the knowledge of everything. And that part of ourself is never separated from us. That connection is kept throughout our whole life. And it's always try to guide us to the best next step towards our purpose, towards our mission, whatever we decided to do when you came here. How it does that? It uses our emotional guidance system. It's through our emotions and feelings. So why we should manage our thoughts? Because we create our own reality, like Abraham Hicks says. We create all the reality that we perceive around us. We co-create on everything. It works like that. You have a thought. Any thought that you hold for at least 17 seconds, it has it has an emotion, and each emotion has a frequency, has a vibration in the frequency. Frequency is how many times it's vibrating a second. So all your emotions has a vibration. And if you hold that thought for 17 seconds very fast, it sends out that vibration to the universe. When it's condensed in the similar vibrations, they get it together. When it's condensed in a certain quantity, it's come and manifest in the physical. So, and one thing that we never been taught about is we only create on the present moment. The only time that you can create is on the now. Right now, I'm creating. What I'm creating? Say, of course, Mary, you're creating that video. Actually, this video is already a manifestation. I'm experiencing the manifestation of this video. But this video was created prior. Right now, what I'm creating is the emotion, the vibration that I'm sending by doing that video that will manifest in the future. That's why we don't really pay attention and don't catch, because you always create in the present moment, and depends on the vibration, the emotion that you have. It goes out to the universe and comes back in the future. The future can be 1 hour, 10 minutes, a month, a week, 10 years. Can be in the future. Can be even like 100 years that will be seen only through your great grandkids will experience that. So that's why it's so important we pay attention what we are thinking about, because you only create on the present moment. that manifest in the future. Right now, I'm creating my future that will manifest with and will generate a similar vibration of the one that I'm emitting right now. I know it sounds a little complicated, but let's just, even if you don't believe, let's just suppose it can be true. And then let's start thinking about, okay, what I think about throughout my day. You usually, your thoughts are based in what you experience, what you are seeing, or your beliefs. Or sometimes you just remember things that you heard. But most of the time, we are expose ourselves to things that we really don't want to create for us. Let's say you like to be updated with the news. It's only bad news. The things they offer, I'm gonna trouble with that word, but all those bad things that you see that is saying that's happening, you really don't want that to happen to you. But you are watching and you are feeling and you are sending out your emotion and you manifest in your life. Would you expose yourself to certain information if you knew that's exactly what happened? Just think about. For example, I stopped watching movies long time ago. So I read a lot and I listen to videos that give me information that I wanted to learn, that give me things that I want to think about. But sometimes when I watch a movie, I realize that I would expend at least 2 or 3 days thinking about the things from the movie. It's like your thought is hijacked. So I'm not watching anymore. Why I need to think about again? Why I need to create the reality on the movie to myself again? I don't need that anymore. But that's in your subconscious and that comes to the front. That's what you're gonna think about. So it's important that you really pay attention what you expose your mind. It's like if you think it's important what you eat, it's even more important what you feed your mind with. And then there is those events that happen in our life that you just can't get away from it. Your mind keeps spinning around, and it's usually something that's is not happening the way you want, but most of the time it's just a fear, false evidence appearing real. It's a fear, something that maybe it just came to your own mind, or something that you heard on TV or heard from somebody else, and you just embrace that fear and you keep thinking about, and then what happened? What happened when you keep feeding that fear? You are sending out the emotion. The universe doesn't know if your emotion is based on something that's really happening or based on something that you're just thinking about. It doesn't care. You're sending out the emotion is yours. Here is back your reality. And then you watch an horror war movie that has all that suspense and all that bad feeling, and the bad guys doing like terrible things, destroying lives, destroying everything, and you feel so bad, and then it comes the hero and saves everything, and then more murdering to the bad guys, and then you get confused. God says not to kill, and you say just kill the bad guys, say not kill. But and then in the other side was, oh, but the other, he deserves because whatever. And then you are feeding all that thing to your mind, to your subconscious, and sending out to the universe. That doesn't mean that because you watch a movie where people get murdered, that you're gonna get murdered. It's not necessarily what you are attracting. It's the emotion. And the same emotion can manifest in many different ways. But a low vibration emotion always will generate a lower vibration manifestation. If you want to experience good things in your life, you need to start to purposely think about things that you want that happen with you. You need to purposely start to feed your mind with things that you want to experience the manifestation of it. Oh, but that's really, really hard. There is many things that you can do to really learn how to do that. One thing is meditate. Try to meditate. Say, oh, I already tried, that's too hard. I made a video about how to meditate. I give you really good tricks there, and I also had really hard problem. I really had problem trying to meditate, and I just realized if I can do it, anybody can do it. That wasn't really a good thing for me, an easy thing for me. And other thing is, if your mind is constantly around negative things, just before you go to bed or any time of the day, make a list of things you are grateful for. Just write down. And every time you write down, you're gonna think why you are grateful for. And that why is when the emotion comes. When you are think about things that you are grateful for, and you think why you are grateful for, you bring that emotion, and then you are creating more of that. And then you do that. I did like for 2 times, and then now before I go to bed, I just think about. I don't need to write down anymore. So I just think about, and I spend some time just thinking about, and kind of just stay in that state of gratitude. And if you do that before you go to bed, you're gonna sleep better. And what do you think is gonna happen when you woke up? The first thought that will come to your mind is a gratitude thought. You're gonna wake up in a good mood. And then you add 5 more minutes of meditation before you do anything else. And then you start your day really in a good position. But life is challenging, and most of the challenges you really choose because we want to learn with the experience of it. But the purpose never been to suffer. We didn't come here to suffer. Because we are creator, and it can be anything. The suffering always come from the perception of you have of everything. The same situation, if you are vibrating, let's say you broke your foot, You broke your foot. And then you are vibrating here in 75 in grief. You're gonna suffer a lot because you broke that foot. Because you were already not feeling good and then it's just add more. But if you broke your foot and you were encouraged, you go there take care of your foot. And you do other things and not be focusing on that. And higher you are, less that broken foot will have a negative impact in your life or even none. So it's always the perception. I give you another example. Let's say I have a friend and I had a disagreement with her and I got really upset and I'm really mad and I'm suffering and then I get really mad about and I keep ruminating that in my mind all the time. Oh, she shouldn't have done that. She has no right to do that. I didn't deserve that. And then suddenly comes a thought in my mind that say, oh, maybe she has the right to do that. Maybe she had a reason. Maybe she was in a bad day. Maybe she is experiencing other problems that she couldn't really focus on you. She's not having you as her point of attraction because she has other things that she needs to take care. That's very important for her. So you change the perception and then you stop the suffering. The thing still happened. She did not come and explain herself or apologize or nothing. It's changed only in your mind, only in your perception. And that was enough to stop the suffering. That's how powerful are our thoughts, our mind. So do not allow the TV, movie, and others to hijack your mind. Use your one mind in your one benefit to create what you want to experience. Pay attention to your thoughts and say, it's very easy to say, but when I really get angry, I keep thinking about it for too long, whatever. There's many exercises to release the anger. Or if you are upset with something, just go for a walk. Ground yourself. Ground means get in contact with the nature, get in contact with the earth. It can be walk barefoot, any earth surface. Just go walk on the sun, anything that connects you to nature. Because the sun, earth, they have the ability to balance our energetic body. They have that ability. So there are many things you can do. If it's because you think somebody betrayed you or didn't do what you want to do, forgive. Even if you don't believe. I made a video about judgment versus forgiveness, and I give you very interesting ideas there how to get your peace of mind again. If you think that the other person that did something bad to you, why you are the one that have to keep pain, suffering? Why you are the one that needs to get that bad emotion, that bad reality coming back to you again, manifesting back to you again many, many times? Because if you don't let it go, that's what is going to happen. So take back the control of your mind. There are many ways that you can do that. If you watch my videos, I'm trying to just share with you guys what I'm learning, what I'm doing for myself. And I see the results. I see the results. So that's all for today. And much love and light to you. Please share and subscribe if you haven't done so. And see you on the next video.